Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once with another reaction for you guys. Now I know some of you guys have been asking for this for quite some time, so I'm decided, you know what, I have some time today. I'm going to check out the first episode and see how I feel about it and see how you guys feel about it. Today I'm checking out the Spectacular Spider-Man Season 1, Episode 1, the very beginning of the show. The episode's titled Survival of the Fittest. Now, I've been hearing great things about this show. People have been hyping this show up and saying, you need to check the show out, you need to react to the show, you need to watch the damn show, you need to check it out. So if you guys want me to continue watching this, obviously I'm going to see how I respond to the episode, but if you guys want to see me continue to react to this show after this video, please support the video, like, comment, all that kind of stuff, and I'll see how you guys feel about it, because you guys have been really talking a lot about the show in terms of shows I could react to next after Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and then this was a very talked about show in terms of, you need to check out this show. If you love Spider-Man, you need to check out this show. So we'll see. I have seen some images from this show. I've never seen like a clip or anything from it. I've never, from what I remember, I don't think I have. But I've seen some images, and I don't know. I feel like the animation I'm not really sure on. Like it feels kind of like too kiddie, you know, in terms of like there's like it just the way it looks. I'm just not really sure. So maybe that's a certain bias in my head where like a lot of animation style, like if it looks a certain way, I don't know for sure. So we'll see, because what really matters at the end of the day, not so much is the animation style or the way this show is drawn and the way it looks. It's about the character and the story and how it's delivered. That's what's important. Let's try this again. So we'll see here. That's what I was trying to say before my voice completely went out there. But yes, we'll check out this first episode and see what it's all about, and see apparently what I am missing. So hopefully I'll enjoy it. Here we go, guys. The first episode of the Spectacular Spider-Man: Survival of the Fittest. Let's go.
Tell me there's something better.
Okay.
Let's try. I am the Spectacular Spider-Man. Only one thing missing. Oh, no.
Oh, a signal. Nice.
Hey, Bruce. I mean, as a guy with a lot of experience getting thrashed by, well, me, I really value your opinion.
Some of the enforcers already on their way.
Enforcers. Okay, who's the enforcers? Oh.
Not a word of this to Peter. I wouldn't want him to be concerned.
Hey, Aunt May.
Oh, that was a cool transition.
I blame you for this.
Oscorp.
You told me.
Oscorp has nothing to apologize for.
Nothing to... Osborn, you...
Osborn.
That's dangerous talk, Mr. Toombs. Show Mr. Toombs out.
Interesting.
Good news.
Interesting.
I don't blame you anymore. Pete?
Yeah, what are you doing, man?
Face my destiny.
Oh,
Peter Parker's
okay.
a wallcrow, not a wallflower. You don't threaten me, dude. Nerd thinks he's Spider-Man.
Because he is.
Pound cake. My lunch.
The Spider-Man is real.
And you want the enforcers to
Yes.
love this here spider.
Yeah, Spider.
I want you to squash it. So what's this about a lab job?
Addie is
Well,
working with Kurt Connors.
Yeah.
Connors, huh?
Yes.
Quite an
Yes.
opportunity.
Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, my God. Holy crap. One wrong movie's dead.
Now, I'm what you called me. I'm the vulture.
I called you a buzzard. What? You can't even get the name right.
That's true, he did. Called him a buzzard. That was a cool shot of him flying through like that. Oh. Oh, shit.
Oh, guys, you play hot potato hardcore. Spider-Man? I thought you were a myth.
No.
Look, Beak, I admire anyone who dresses up as their favorite animal. Better still, you can fly.
Yes.
So, I gotta ask, you heard the one about great power coming with great responsibility? Eddie Brock's a freshman. College freshman, little man. Guess you missed me at Midtown High, huh? No one to keep Flash Thompson off your back?
Kurt, stop hiding in the office. New interns are here.
Hmm.
Be right out.
Introducing a lot of characters in this.
You're not getting paid.
Exactly. Lizard. Oh, nice transition to the lion.
May needs my help. No money at home, no cool at
He shouldn't be crawling up a building without his suit on. Just saying.
Now, Daily Bugle security won't even let me use the elevator. But May and Ben Parker didn't raise no quitters.
What the Bugle needs is photos of Spider-Man in action. Now that'd sell newspapers.
He just said that and just took it.
Official freaks.
All clear? Osborn!
Again? It's not all clear at all.
Strangest darn gig big man's ever slipped.
Drained
away.
on that guy's voice.
With the freaks now, boys. I got no idea.
Oh, wow.
Look back. If you needed a freshman, you just had to ask.
Okay. It's pretty stealthy.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh. Oh.
Why do you defend that thief, Osborn?
I'm cool.
Well, I mean, he doesn't know yet that he's an evil guy.
I can't let Harry lose his dad the way I lost Uncle Ben.
That's why he's really... Okay, that's why he's really protecting him. Oh, wow. Oops.
My wing! Tommy! You idiots! You doomed us both! You so have not been paying attention.
Nope.
Aunt May.
If you're late, you call. Before 10. If you do call, it'd better be to say you're on your way home. That's the law in this house, Peter.
The law.
We understand
The
each other?
law.
Sure, Aunt May. That's fair.
There you guys have it. That is the first episode of the Spectacular Spider-Man. I definitely have some thoughts. Before I get to them, I think overall, pretty solid. Pretty solid stuff. I wasn't sure what to expect, and I was quite surprised by what they were doing in this episode. So, first of all, the animation, as I mentioned in the intro. As it was going on, as this episode was continuing, I was, at first, I don't know, but as it was continuing, I'm like, it's an interesting choice. It's definitely not what I would expect, but I think the character introduction, some of the things they were doing in this episode, I think were actually like making it to where the animation style and the way these characters look, it's important, but it's not really that important because what really matters is the story and character, as I was mentioning in the intro. And I think they were delivering on that. I feel like Spider-Man, his quips when he's Spider-Man is so good, and it was reminding me so much of reading the comics when I was little. When I would read a bunch of different Spider-Man comics throughout the different years and the certain quips that Peter would have in the comics. Some of the things he was saying in this episode, I'm like, wow, like this is bringing me back to like when I was reading Spider-Man when I was little, when I was first introduced, when my dad introduced Spider-Man to me and all these different other characters of Marvel and DC. It was really cool. This first episode of this show introduced a lot of characters, like a lot. And now some had more importance than others, but they established a lot. Okay, they could have easily just established, Harry and then MJ if that was the case, which wasn't the case here. It was Gwen, and then of course you got Eddie Brock, you got Flash Thompson, you got all that. But then it's like, okay, we introduced to the Vulture, which he was a big part of this episode in terms of him getting revenge on Norman Osborn. We also got introduced to Dr. Connors, the Lizard. I mean, there was a lot of things they could have easily have done differently about just, okay, well, let's just talk about one villain. And then on top of that, we have these enforcers, like being, asked to go after the Spider-Man, and he's only been Spider-Man for a couple of months. So what I liked about that is that he's still inexperienced, but he's experienced enough, but he's like, what's going on here? Why am I fighting so many different people right now? He's so confused. And we started off with this episode, of course, the ending of summer and the first day of school. But it seems like he's been Spider-Man, and he was considered a myth, I guess, to some people, where he's being reported on, but a lot of people probably still don't know about him yet because he had just literally started. Because the Vulture's like, I thought you were a myth. Well, no, he's not. But it kind of explains this idea of New York is not on the understanding that Spider-Man's a thing. It's kind of implied that maybe he's not real, or that people do know about him, but they're not really sure what he stands for. And in the case like Vulture, he's a myth, so some people probably don't even believe that he actually does exist. So it's interesting. I like the fact that they have this small little storyline with Ben where Ben Parker he wasn't really good at finances, and now, you know, Aunt May was talking, I guess, to a neighbor or something. I can't remember. I probably have to go back and see if there's a name drop there, but I think it was just a neighbor or a friend of hers where they're having money issues. And Peter was hoping that this internship, even though internships normally don't pay, was going to get him some money to bring in to help out, you know, the household, because being Spider-Man doesn't pay. It doesn't. You're helping save the city. You're taking out bad guys. You're stopping crime. Because the opening as well, he went against Sandman. I believe that was Sandman before he's Sandman, though. I don't believe he was actually Sandman at that point, but I'm pretty sure that was a small little tease of that. But yeah, and then of course teasing Eddie and everything, and then the intro teasing Black Suit Spider-Man, which indicates Venom, because I think Venom is in the show at some point. So because I've seen some images, like I said, so really good introduction, I think, in terms of these characters, and I think setting them up still in high school and everything for the most part, and having Peter literally go back to the lab where he was, you know, bitten by the spider. I think that's really going to tie in there, and also teasing the lizard thing as well, because he's injecting himself, Connors is, and there's a lizard there when Peter's told by Eddie, this doesn't pay, and there's a lizard there, and everything. So it's like, they're setting up a lot in this first episode, and I think it was very smart, because they could have easily, like I said, restructured this episode, or structured it in a way to where we're only focusing on one villain. They did a lot. They have, I don't even know who it is, but I know the actor who voiced him, but it's a guy you don't actually see, but he was watching the feed, and he's like, call the enforcers in, close the computer down or whatever. So it was like a live feed or something showing off. And then on top of that, Peter even went to Daily Bugle to try to get a job by selling pictures of Spider-Man in action, selling himself in action as Spider-Man. And then, of course, turn around, J. Jonah Jameson's like, we got to get pictures of Spider-Man in action. That's going to sell papers. Like, that's what Peter just said 2 seconds ago, but you're screaming at him. So they did a lot in this first episode, and I really applaud them for that. I'm probably a broken record, but you get my point. Action was pretty solid. Seeing Peter basically get out of pretty much everything. I think that's implying that he's very quick on his feet and the Spidey sense, but I think what they're also might be doing is, okay, we're setting a limit to what he can handle. Of course, there was a lot going on here, but he's going to hit his breaking point where he doesn't know how to go about fighting a certain villain. We'll see. But for right now, he's figured it out. I mean, he was able to fight Vulture pretty smoothly. He's like, how does this work out? Like, you're still floating. I took out one of your wings on the helicopter and everything. And I kind of figured it was just because it was Norman and it was Harry's dad, but the reason why he was really trying to protect Norman from Vulture was because he doesn't want Harry to lose his father like Peter lost Ben. He doesn't, like his uncle, he doesn't want his friend to go through that, because he went through that in a sense. So he doesn't want to see anybody else go through that kind of pain, and that's pretty commendable for him. So overall, this was a pretty solid start, and I'm curious to know what you guys thought about this first episode of the Spectacular Spider-Man. And like I said, if you guys want to see me continue reacting to this show and continue watching the show, let me know in the comment section below, guys, if you want me to, and I'll definitely see if I can. But it's all about your feedback, because I enjoyed it, but I have a lot of other things to do. But if you guys really want me to continue, I will find the time to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.